Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about the advantages of peninsular plateau and the coastal plains, and how is the coastal plains extended, and what are the very important features of coastal plains, and also deserts of India and features of deserts. So all these things we discussed here in this class. So now let us discuss one by one. Okay. Your first advantage of peninsular plateau. The peninsular plateau is rich in minerals. Peninsular plateau is rich in minerals. The rivers flowing across it are helpful for cultivation of crops. So there are many waterfalls which are useful for the generation of hydroelectricity. So it is favorable for agriculture. Here peninsular plateau is favorable for agriculture and rearing of animals and industries. Okay. Several empires are also ruled in the peninsular plateau. The Rashtrakutas, Chalukyas, Hoysalas, Vijayanagaras, Kadambas, the Gangas and Bahmani Sultans established their empires here. So you will studying more about them in higher classes. That means, so you will study empires in higher classes. Okay. So I will once again repeat it. What are the advantages of peninsular plateau? The peninsular plateau is rich in minerals. Here, so this plateau is rich in minerals. Okay. So minerals containing plateau is helpful for agriculture. Okay. The rivers flowing across the peninsular plateau are helpful for the cultivation of crops. Okay, the rivers flowing across the peninsular plateau are helpful for the cultivation of crops. There are many waterfalls which are useful for the cultivation of which is useful for the generation of hydroelectricity. Okay, there are many waterfalls which are useful for the generation of hydroelectricity. Here electricity is generated by water, that type of electricity we call it as hydroelectricity. Okay, it is favorable for, that means peninsular plateau is favorable for agriculture and rearing of animals and industries. Okay, and also several empires also ruled in the peninsular plateau. The Rashtrakutas, Chalukyas, Hoysalas, Vijayanagaras, Kadambas, the Gangas and the Bahmani Sultan established their empires here. So you will study more about the empires in higher classes. Okay. Okay, the coastal plains. Now let us study about the coastal plains. Then what is meant by coastal plain? Coastal plain is a flat, low-lying land near to the sea. That type of land we call it as coastal plains. Okay, so now let us study about the coastal plains. Coastal plains is a flat, low-lying land. So between the coast and higher land in the interior is called coastal. So I will once again repeat it. So what is meant by coastal plain means a flat low-lying land, So that is between the coast and higher land in the interior. Okay, higher land and coast in the interior is called coastal plain. So here India has a long coastal plain. Let us see where they are located in our country. Okay, so this is a map of coastal plains located in our country. Okay, so now how is the coastal plains extended? So you should observe the map here. Okay, this is a map. So next, the western coastal plains lies between Western Ghats in the east and Arabian Sea in the west. So here western coastal plains lies between Western Ghats in the east and Arabian Sea in the west. So how the western coastal plains are located? Okay. See here western coastal plains that is located in between the Western Ghats in the east and Arabian Sea in the west. So western coastal plains that is lies in between the Western Ghats in the east and Arabian Sea in the west. Okay, and also next, So it extended from the Gulf of the Kutch in the north to the Kanyakumari in the south. Here the western coastal plains that is extended from the Kutch of the Gujarat and also extended to the Kanyakumari of the south. This is in a tip of the south. Okay. Here western coastal plains extended from the Gulf of Kutch, Gujarat in the north and also north to the Kanyakumari in the south. So okay, here Gulf of the Kutch in Gujarat. So it extends to Kanyakumari in the south. Here this is an tip of Kanyakumari in the south. Okay. So next, the eastern coastal plains lies between Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. Okay. So here also the eastern coastal plains located. The eastern coastal plains located in between the Eastern Ghats in the west and Bay of Bengal in the east. Yeah, the eastern coastal plains is located between the Eastern Ghats in the west and Bay of Bengal in the east. So this is the location of how the western coastal plains and eastern coastal plains located. Okay. And also it extended, that means eastern coastal plains extended from the Gangetic Delta in the north to the Kanyakumari in the south. So okay, here you should observe that eastern coastal plains extended from the Gangetic Delta in the north. So this is a Gangetic Delta in the north, and also it extends to Kanyakumari in the south. It extends to here only. Okay. So next, both of the coastal plains of India have major parts. So Kandla, Gujarat, Mumbai, Nhava Sheva, Maharashtra, Marmagova, Navamangaluru, and Tuticorin, Chennai, Ennur in Tamil Nadu, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So Paradeep, Odisha, Haldia and Kolkata are the major sea ports of India. Okay. Here New Mangaluru port ranks 9th. So it is in importance. It is also known as Gateway of Karnataka. Okay. So I will once again repeat it. Both of the coastal plains of India have major ports. Kandla, Gujarat, Mumbai, Nhava Sheva, Maharashtra. So Marmagova, Goa, Navamangaluru, Karnataka. So Kochi, Kerala, Tuticorin and Chennai, Ennur, Tamil Nadu, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, and Paradeep, Odisha, Haldia and Kolkata are in West Bengal are the major sea ports of India. Here New Mangaluru port ranks 9th. So in importance. So it is also known as, that means New Mangaluru is also known as the Gateway of Karnataka. So in next class we discuss more things. Thank you.